Hello and welcome all of you. Myself Subodhip Roy, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, MIT Bishnupur. In this video, the basic idea of quantum computing is to be discussed. To understand what is quantum computing, we have to first understand the limitations of modern electronic industry. In 1965, Gordon Moore, the co-founder of Intel, predicted that the number of components as well as the processing power of integrated chips would be doubled in every 2 years. This rule held good for 50 years and was regarded as a golden rule in IC fabrication industry. Now to increase the speed of IC, the number of components is to be increased. As the number of component increases, their size reaches the atomic dimension. This is the dimension where quantum mechanics comes into play. As a result of further miniaturization, it is not possible because if we go further beyond the atomic dimensions, the quantum phenomena will start to occur and this will create noise in the working of the components. As the size goes on decreasing, the quantum effects are beginning to interfere in the functioning of electronic devices. There is an absolute limit to the resolution that can be achieved, which is based on Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, and it is of the order of the Planck constant. According to the International Technology Roadmap for Semiconductors, the size of transistors will now stop shrinking. In very low dimensions, quantum wave functions begin to interfere in the functioning of the electronic devices as they are made smaller and smaller. So our problem is that we cannot go beyond the atomic dimensions. That means the size as well as the processing power of classical computers will have some limit. Now the solution of this problem was first given by the famous physician Feynman while talking about the inability of classical systems to simulate quantum effects. We have to shift our computation domain from classical to quantum arena. One of the basic requirements to realize a real quantum computer is to find a qubit, a two-state system that is well isolated from the outside noise and that can be controlled efficiently. In this quantum domain, the classical bits are to be replaced by quantum bits. Now, unlike the classical bits which can only operate either in the state of 0 or 1, a quantum bit may be in the superposition state. Now, to achieve this type of qubits, several paths are being followed by researchers like nuclear magnetic resonance approach, ion trap method, atom, cavity quantum electrodynamics, solid state and superconducting methods. But none of these completely satisfies the criteria. To realize quantum computing, one must find a physical platform to work as a qubit for quantum gates. There are several approaches. Superconducting approach, where superconductors are being used, but the problem is that superconductors are operated in very low temperatures, so they can't be used in room temperature. The ion trap approach. In this method, ions are trapped, but there are some disadvantages too. The photonic approach, where photonic circuits are used and the polarization states of photons are used as the states of a qubit. NMR approach is also used. What is the significance of quantum computing approach? Today's real world electronic gadgets works very efficiently, but in the near future their performance will be limited. So we have to find a way out. Data is the new fuel of modern technology and we are in the verge of a quantum revolution. There are several sectors like pharmaceutical, weather prediction, drug research, etc. that handle big amounts of data. But classical computers are unable to process quickly these types of data in a very efficient way. In case of quantum computer, the processing speed as well as data security is practically very high. Theoretically, it is not possible to hack a quantum computing channel that shows enormous potential to be used in defense sector and communication industry. Quantum computing will have a revolutionary impact on our understanding of quantum systems and will be good at solving intrinsically quantum problems. It holds the promise of being able to take on problems that could take a normal computer billions of years to solve, and quantum computer can solve it in just few seconds. If the computing speed and capabilities are increased, then the whole of mankind will enjoy its benefits in numerous ways. So this is all about the very basic idea of quantum computing. Thank you very much for watching this.